Hello everybody, it's Alison Telfer here. Hang on, just turning on a candle that I forgot to turn on. Here we go. Hello Mama, this is Trish in my candle, and it's relevant why I'm showing her to you today. So today, 14th of June 2025, it is my birthday. And don't I know it from the amount of people that have actually contacted my Facebook page to tell me. I put up a cake that Karen and I made last year. I said, oh, she's making me another one. And there's just like thousands, well, hundreds of, yeah, it's actually gone into the thousands of people that have wished me a happy birthday. So thank you very, very, very much. But here we go with a song, which I was hoping I would have had released by now. And I have decided to share it with you prior to the album, prior to the release. It's actually going to be released as a single. So, I will share it with you live. This is the first time that it has ever been recorded anywhere. It'll probably go up on YouTube as well, actually. But it was recorded a couple of months ago now. And in fact, it was February, because Ultimate Radio played it just after it was mixed and mastered. So there we are. So it's been taking a little while to get the song out to you. And it's because of the visual element. Sorry for my rambling first. Anyway, I shall play Keep Your Arms Wide Open, which I have written as if I was talking to my mum. So here we go. Trying to find the words to write this song, but every time I end up crying for you, now you're gone. I'm finding it hard to convey everything I want to say, when everything I think and feel on my mind. It fills me up with love, the sweetest kind. Grief is love with nowhere to go, and I need an outlet flow, so I don't go insane from all of this heartbreak and pain. Keep your arms wide open, gonna need them again someday. Keep your arms wide open till I'm on my way to stay. Hearing your favorite song and I'll break down. Nothing's been the same for me since you left this town. I know you didn't want to leave, and with everything I feel and breathe, there's no one else that can compare to my beautiful angel up there. Keep your arms wide open, gonna need them again someday. Keep your arms wide open till I'm on my way to stay. Look out for me, I'll make you proud, you see. You'll always live in me. way. Keep your arms wide open, gonna need them again someday. Keep your arms wide open till I'm on my way. Till I'm on my way. Till I'm on my way. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. First ever airing, Keep Your Arms Wide Open. I actually sent a copy to my brother, or my brother came up with his wife, and they had a listen. So they were like, that's really nice, it's really good. And my brother had said to me, can you send me a copy of that? Yeah, okay. So I sent it to him, and he said that he's got a man cave. He's built somewhere nice for himself, and he I think just put it through his nice speaker system in there. And he said, it's one of the first songs that you've written that's nearly made me cry. And it was, you know, it was the whole, I'm rambling a bit now. It's the whole sharing. Come on, bring the candle. Bring the candle. I don't know. I'm hoping you can see her if I put her there. I just don't know. I'm hoping you can see her. But it, in a way, if you have a sibling, they are the only people that know what it feels like to lose. Now, you're all going to say, we've all lost parents, and you have. Not all of you. A lot of you have lost parents, okay? But the only person that can share in my reality of grief of that person is my sibling, because we both share the person who we've lost, in the sense that that person was responsible for carrying and nurturing and everything. So, you know, we come from her. We both come from her. And it's funny how when we lose somebody, it strengthens. It can also widen bonds and bring tension and things. But in many ways, I feel like there are other connections that have to be strengthened in order to protect the people that are still there. So, for example, I know that when my mum was alive, my oldest son, Rowan, would turn to my mum probably first, because she was the person above everybody else in the whole wide world that he loved and adored. Of course he loved me. I know, well, I know, I've never doubted that. But I accept that for Rowan, his nana, my mum, was his absolute everything. And obviously, you know, to me, my mum was everything. To my brother, my mum was everything. But when she passed away, those feelings, those love, that love it can't stay where it is. It just can't stay where it is. And you have to be able to let it find its niche, albeit in somebody else or something else, or in conversations that you have. So I know very much so that Rowan and I are even closer now, because Rowan is looking for other people who keep his world together. I'm looking for other people, you know, my kids, my husband, and, you know, my brother and family. Those connections that we have change, even if it's subtly, and it might not always be for the better. Now, thankfully for me, it is. You know, I avoid family. I avoid conflict with family whenever I can, because you just don't know what your time is left. You don't know, you know, I mean, it's okay to kind of I think speaking your mind to your family is a little bit harder than speaking your mind to people that you don't know particularly well. So if somebody, you know, for example, I would not have any problem at all. If I walk into a shop, as I have done in the past, and somebody says to me, sorry, you're not coming in here with that dog. And I said, I think you'll find I am. No, you cannot come in here with the dog. And I went, I'd like to speak to your manager, please. And I went, I am the manager. And I went, oh, good. So I said, I think you'll find that if you're asking me to leave a shop because I've brought an assistance dog in, you are actually breaking the law. Now, what do you want to do about that? And I will actually stand my ground and say, I will argue with you here. I will do it as calmly as I can, although inside I want to hit somebody, probably the manager. Don't you mess with the Trelford. Do not mess with me. And I actually said to her, we went into years ago, we went to a restaurant in Middlesbrough years ago. The kids were small. And I had this very scenario. And this gentleman said, you know, you need to leave. And I went, I don't think we do. That's an assistance dog we've got there. He says, well, and I said, you know, I want to speak to the manager. I am the manager. I said, well, then you should know the law then. So this is what the law states. Here is my guide dog's identification card, which we are obliged to carry. You are obliged, you know, I'm obliged to show you, should you want to see whether my dog is a genuine assistance dog. And I said, more than happy to show you that. And he was like, no, you need to go. And I went, okay, you've got two options here. I said, now then. Not big on making a big scene. I said, but I will tell you what the law says. The law says you cannot refuse me entry because of a guide dog. This is in law now in the UK. And I said, if you force me to leave, I can absolutely assure you that this will not be the last you hear, because if you refuse me entry because I've brought an assistance dog in, I shall be contacting Environmental Health. I shall be contacting Middlesbrough Council. I shall be contacting guide dogs, and I shall be contacting the press. Because what you're doing is not legal. It's against the law to refuse me. Now, you can stand and argue with me if you'd like. So you either are going to force me to leave, and then I bring the law straight down on this restaurant, or you allow me to come in with my family and sit and have a meal like everybody else. Now, what's it going to be? Now, it's okay. It's your choice. But I'm warning you, if you ask me to leave now, you are going to be in a lot of trouble. We sat down and had a meal that day. Because I was like, no, not having that. Not having that at all. Now then, turning to other slight rambles. So slight birthday thing. So today I went out with One Voice. One Voice Choir Middlesbrough. They are awesome. I love them a lot. They are what I would call an absolute community spirited group of people. Half the people in that choir came to me saying, well, I like singing in the shower. I don't really know whether I can sing or not. And I'm like, yes, there's a place for you. There's a place for you. Some people are on a singing, oh God, do they like to call it? Some people are on a singing journey. We're all on a journey. God's sake, this is a buzzword these days. Journey, all right? We're not on a journey at all, ladies and gentlemen. We all have levels of different levels of learning. Okay, some of the people in my choir have sang in the Albert Hall. Other people have sang in the shower. Maybe not hardly ever that. So we went out today and we lifted our voices and sang, and it was absolutely fantastic. And we were in a church, so I thought, oh, the acoustics were perfect. The whole thing was perfect. And I went, I know what I'm going to do here. So, of course, the choir like to have their words, okay? I don't know if it's a sighted thing, whether people just like to know they've got the words in front of them. Maybe I'm unusual because I'm blind and I have to learn them first. Generally, certainly if I'm playing, I do. So I said, we need to do I said, ladies and gentlemen, the audience said, right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put the choir on the spot now. And I'm going to put Karen on the spot. My daughter, she had the iPhone being driven through the PA system to find the tracks that I needed. And I said, right, we're going to do Hail Holy Queen without the aid of a net. No words. I think maybe a couple of my choir members might have done a bit of sneaky Googling on their phones, but most of them didn't. And most of them just sang their hearts out. And actually, one or two of them at the end went, just, we didn't have the words there. And because we didn't have anything to sing into, we just kind of let it go. And the projection of Hail Holy Queen was absolutely spine-tinglingly brilliant. You know, even if not everybody sang quite in tune sometimes, there was a real uplift there. And so anyway, comes to the end of the performance, which we really enjoyed doing, and they made us so welcome. We had people, we had a retired gentleman of the clergy who was dancing in the aisles at the back with another member of the church, which was a brilliant thing. And anyway, I was talking to him, and I just and one of the choir members said, "Oh, it's Alison's birthday today." "Oh, right," he said. "Okay." And I said, well, they'd offered us a cup of tea. And I'm like, oh, yeah, cup of tea. Got to do that. By the way, there's a cup of tea over there. Tell you what. Hang on. Wait a second. So my friend bought me these cups. And I'll tell you what, they're absolutely fantastic. But I do need new ones because they're getting old now. So I had this cup of tea in my hand. I'm sat there. And this father, is he called Father John? I think it was called Father John. He said, what hymns do you, is there any hymns that you particularly like? And I'm like, just fill your boots, just play anything. So the organist struck up a D major chord. Well, what's this going to be? Then launched into the key of G, singing Happy Birthday. Like, oh my God. Okay. So the person I was talking to, the retired father I was talking to, told the organist it was my birthday. So I had the whole of the church in Middlesbrough plus organ singing and playing Happy Birthday to me. I have to say, in my 53 years, I have never had a church and an organist playing and singing so beautifully, singing Happy Birthday. So I did enjoy that. I really did enjoy that. Just before I go, feel free to share my work. Please do. It's fine. And what else to say? Apple Music plays this week. I've had 40. The closest I've come, I think, is 96. 96. I nearly got 100. So as it's my birthday, will you do me a favour? Will you play one song at least? Just play one song on either Apple Music or iTunes if you if you subscribe to Apple Music, maybe play a song on Spotify for me, or Amazon Music Unlimited if you've got that, or head on over to YouTube and play one of my released songs from one of the albums. That would be really awesome, because there's literally hundreds and hundreds of people that watch me. So if you search for Alison Trelfer on any streaming platform, just play one song, just one, from beginning to end. Because if you kind of turn it off halfway through, the stream doesn't work, which is a real shame. But there we are. Thank you to those that do regularly play my work. And I also want to say a massive thank you to those that have sent me donations for my birthday, little gifts as well. Probably people that have bought my albums before that have got my PayPal link. But I just want to say a huge thank you for that too, because, you know, a lot of people, the names that come up on my page time after time, they're names I'm familiar with now. And it's just so nice to see the same people popping up, just saying hello, saying that was nice, thank you, or whatever. So I'm going to go now, and I'm going to drink my tea. It's just ordinary tea, but it is getting cold because I have been rambling for a long time. Anyway, take care, everybody. Much love to you all, to my next video. And Mama Bear, Trish says, bye-bye. Oh, I can see that candle slightly changing. I've got a tiny bit of sight in my right eye, and I can see that light is not always the same. Oh, hey, here we go. Anyway, much love to you all. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.